Hello everyone. Today we are going to be making this beautiful tote. This is a Celtic weave and it's very easy to make. I will be using a size D, 3.25 millimeters, and worsted weight yarn. All you need to know is the single stitch and the triple stitch. So this is what it will look like. The one we're going to be making is a little bit bigger because, well, I just feel like I want one bigger. So those are the instructions that we will be using with, is to make one that's a little bit bigger. So you will need, like I was saying, a size D, 3.25 millimeter hook. You are going to be needing some worsted weight yarn. I am just using the Red Heart Super Saver Jumbo. I love this color. I like bright colors. You're also going to be needing a stitch marker and a counter. So let's go ahead and get started, and we're going to start by making a chain. So we'll just make a chain, and we're going to count out 49 chains. So just make your loop and let's get started. We're going to, like I said, it's chain 49. And you can go ahead and leave the tail because it will go inside the tote bag. No one will ever even see it. So no worries. This is the easiest thing in the world to make. So let's go ahead and get started by counting out 49 chains. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, you can make yours a little bit bigger or a little bit smaller, as long as we do it in multiples of 4, because this particular stitch, the Celtic Weave stitch that we're going to be doing, is in multiples of 4. So 30, 31, 32, 33. $46, $47, and $48. So that would be 48 is a multiple of 4. We're going to go ahead and add on one more stitch. And that way, when you come back, I should have probably used different colors, but I really like these colors. So we're just going to roll with it. Okay, so now that you have your chain of 48 and you made your extra one, make sure that you keep your chain straight. You don't want it all twisted. That it just won't look right. So make sure you keep your chain straight and you work on one side of the chain. Don't go, this loop and then go back over here to this loop. Don't do that. So you skip this first one because you added the extra. You added the number 49. So skip the first one and then just chain back across in single crochet. And that's going to leave you 48 stitches. Okay, so just go ahead and chain back across, and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, and we are almost at the end here. Just a couple of more stitches. Okay, there we go. Now this is the end of row 1. And you may be a little bit curly, and that's okay. It will flatten out. So when you get to the end, you make 1 extra single crochet, and you just turn it around and go back across and make another row.
And you want to do this until you have 8 rows. Once you have 8 rows, I will meet you back here.
Oh, I do want to say, since you made the extra stitch, you want to skip that stitch and go ahead and go into the next one and then go across. You always skip that. You always make 1 extra single crochet, and you always skip that first one to make up for the extra that you made. And you do make sure that when you are going through the loops, you're going through both of those top loops here when you're making your single crochet. Don't go through just one side. Make sure you go through both of those loops.
Okay, I will meet you back here at the end of row 8.
Oh, duh. And this is when your digital counter comes in very handy. So we've already done 1 row. Okay, so here we are at the end of our 8th row. Go ahead. Let me think. Yeah, let's go ahead and make our extra stitch at the end of the 8th. Now, as you'll see here, what we have is the base of the bag. Let me show you. So here we have our bag, and what we've just made is this base of the bag, the bottom of the bag. See, this one's going to be a little bit larger than what I used here, and that's perfectly fine. So at this point, what we're going to do, and this is very, very important, let's use our stitch marker and we're going to mark this last stitch that we just did. Now we're going to go around the edge of the base with a single crochet. We're not going to add any more stitches, and we need to make sure, absolutely sure, so count as you go, that you have 8 on this side, 48 on this side, another 8 on this side, and then 48 back up here where we started. Once you reach that point, we'll meet back here. Make sure that you're picking up both loops. Don't do just one loop. Make sure you're picking up both loops. It can be a little fiddly. Eight. And 48. Now you're back around here to where the tail is. So you're going to want to make sure that your tail is inside. And we're always working this way. Widdershins are counterclockwise. So make sure you put the tail on the underside. That way it goes inside the bag and you can weave in your ends later. Okay, so I have 48 on that side. Now we're going to do 8. So it's basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's hard to see. Well, you can see here that there, or you can feel there's like a thickness. You can tell the rows. So make sure that you have 8 on the end. 47, and 48. Perfect. All right, so here we have our base. Our base is done, and it looks beautiful. So next we're going to be doing the actual Celtic Weave stitch to make the body of our tote. So we are going to have these wonderful, beautiful, bright colors here in this pattern. And it kind of almost looks like a basket weave, but they're calling it the Celtic Weave, and it is going to be phenomenal. I can't wait. So let's go ahead and I will show you how to do the Celtic Weave.
Okay, so I was thinking I've not made the bigger tote bag yet. So the great thing about knitting and crocheting is you kind of create as you go. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do 20 rows, and I'm fixing to show you how to do each row. We're going to do 20 rows, and then we're going to come back, measure it out, look at it, see how big it is, and we'll go from there. So let's go ahead and get started. We ended here with 48 on this side, 8 here, 48 here, and 8 here. And the reason that we did that extra round around the edges was because at the ends, I'm sure you noticed this, it was very fiddly trying to get the hook through these ends here. I mean, it was just like on both ends. It was a cluster. Okay, so that's why we went ahead and we made a smooth edge all the way around. Now, do remember that when we first started, we made that extra little loop, right? So let's go ahead and take out our stitch marker, and we're going to make up for that extra loop now. We are going to turn this back on, reset it to 0. We are going to just join these 2 stitches. That's what we're doing now. So we're going to put it through here on the first one, and the edges will loosen up, but we're just going to join this, not a single crochet, just pull your yarn through, and then pull it through again, just like that. So now we've joined it all together. So now we can get started, and we'll put this back in after we make our, well, we can go ahead and just stick it in there. Now to get started, we're going to chain 3. So 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to go back down. Okay, we've got our 3. Now we're going to skip 2 and go over here to this one. Actually, we're going to do, I'm so sorry. We're going to do our triple crochet and skip 2. We need these 2 here to make our weave pattern. So we're going to skip do triple crochet, set the needle up for triple crochet, skip 2, go in on this 3rd loop here. And then pull it through 2, pull it through 2, pull it through 2. And then we're going to do that again. Wrap it around twice. Go to the next stitch here. Pull it through 2. Pull it through 2. Oops. Okay. Messed up a little bit. That's okay. Wrap it around twice. For the next stitch. Come out. Pull it through 2. Pull it through 2. Pull it through 2. And you're going to want to make sure that you keep your stitches taut, kind of tight. That way your weave will be tight and it'll look a lot nicer. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go back and we're going to do these 2 stitches here. And the way we're going to do that is you wrap it around twice and you're going to go through the front. So just kind of, it's a little fiddly at first, but I promise you it does get better. So you just put it through. Make sure you go through both of the loops, just like I was showing you earlier. Oh, this yarn, it tends to split sometimes. So wrap around twice, and then go through that first stitch. Make sure it's all the way through. And then you want to come through the front on these 2. So make sure you come back. These stitches you already did. These 2 triple stitches are in the back of your needle. And then you want to make more triple stitches. So pull it through. Pull it through 2. Pull it through 2. And pull it through 2. Now, this is probably going to be the hardest stitch to find, the next one, in the entire making of your tote bag. So you're going to wrap it around twice, and you might have to try to look, because here's your 2 stitches, here's the one you just made. Now go in between, and you're looking for this stitch right here. So you've wrapped it around twice. I'm going to go through this one, make sure you get it all the way through both the loops. See, I told you it was a little bit fiddly. And then you're going to put those first 2 stitches to the back of the needle. So you're working through the front. You want the first 2 that you made behind your crochet hook. I keep saying needle because I knit all the time. And then you're going to pull it through 2, pull it through 2, and pull it through 2. And that's how you get your crisscross shape. And you're going to do this all the way around your entire base. And we're building the body now. Okay, so let me show you again. Wrap it around twice. You skip these 2 and go to your 3rd one right here. This is why you need multiples of 4. Remember I was telling you needed multiples of 4. So you want to go in the 3rd one. Make sure you're getting both loops. That is 2 loops. It looks, this yarn likes to split, I guess, but that is 2 loops there. So pull it through 2, pull it through 2, and pull it through 2. Then you're going to wrap around twice, 1, 2, and go to the next stitch. That's the 8th stitch on this row, on the end. So put it through there, and these may be a little bit tight too, because the end ones at first seem to be a little tight. Make sure you're going through both loops. You're going to pull it through, go through 2, go through 2, go through 2, Okay, and you see how we have this gap here because we skipped these two. We're going to go back and do those, and we're doing it from the front. So row 1, you go through the front, wrap it twice, find that first stitch you missed, go through both loops. You might have to turn around, I do, to look at the back. Make sure you got it through both, and then pull it back through the front. So these stitches you just made are behind your hook. Now you're going to pull it through 2, and just take your time. I mean, there's no rush. We're going to take our time and just work it out. If you make a mistake, frog it and do it again. It's no big deal. And then we're going to pull it through 2 and pull it through 2. Now we're going to do this one stitch here in the middle for our 4th stitch. So wrap it around twice, go through there. Let me make sure I have the stitch here. These are a little bit harder to find, especially when you're not using a solid color. Get through both loops, pull the point of your hook back up so that the first 2 are behind your hook. Then you're going to pull it through. And it does get easier as you get further up the body. It loosens up and things are much easier. So we're going to pull it through 2, pull it through 2, and pull it through 2. Now remember I said that this is, and then we have our another weave here. So you can see 2 little weaves here. That's made with the 8 stitches, multiples of 4. So 8 divided by 4 is 2 on this row. And like I was saying, we're not adding. We've got 8, we're going to keep 8. We've got 48, we keep 48. We're not going to add more stitches. We're building the body. So this one's a little tricky here, but what you do is you go ahead, you wrap it twice, and you skip these first 2. Skip this one, and you're going to go into the 3rd one. And go ahead and just go around the corner, it's fine. We're going to bend it back in just a minute, shake it up a little bit. So you go through, see how you just shake it up there? And you're going to pull it through 2, pull it through 2, and pull it through 2. And we're going to keep going. I'll show you, I'll just get you around the corner here, and then I'll let you do some practice. So wrap it around twice, go to the next one, make sure you go through, and see how it's easier once you get past the corner. It just slid right in. Pull it through 2, pull it through 2. Ah, this yarn is splitty. Pull it through 2 and pull it through 2. Now we're going to go back, work through the front. Remember, that means have these 2 stitches behind your hook. So let's wrap it around twice. We're going to go back and we're going to find this first loop right here that we missed, right at the end, right on the corner. So this one's going to be a little tight as well. That's okay. I feel like I sound like Bob Ross. It's okay. It's beautiful. We're going to crochet a little tree. No, not really. We're really making a tote bag. Just pull it through. Go through 2. Where's my 2? See, that's what happens too when you use the darker yarn. It's harder to see. So we're going to pull it through 2. pull it through 2, and pull it through 2. Now we get to do the fun one of this missing link here. Would be number 2. Wrap it around twice, go back to the second stitch on that row, make sure you go through both loops, pull it back to the front so these are behind your hook. I'm going to pull it through 2, and pull it through 2, and pull it through 2. Now you just keep going around the entire base. Make a row just like this around the entire base, and I will meet you back here at the end. And when you're going around, I just do want to say this, when you're going around, make sure your tail is on the underside, okay? Because this is the bottom of your bag. This is the inside of the bottom of your bag. So just go ahead and do this all the way around, just like I showed you, all the way around, and I'll meet you back over here. Go ahead and get these done. I am so glad that you are sticking with me, that you're still here. I know this first row, actually the first couple of rows, not even gonna lie, are a little bit of a pain in the backside, but just stick with me, because the more you practice and the further you get on the body of the bag, the easier it gets, and at the end you get a beautiful bag, and that's like, you know, instant reward. Just takes a little while to get it, you know, but it's all good. It's all good. We're learning, we're practicing, and in the end we're gonna have an amazing tote bag. So it is a little fiddly. We can test you. Don't get upset. Do not frog this. You have come too far. Let's keep going. And one more little hidden one. My favorite stitch. And there. So now we're going to want to go back up here. We're going to skip over this chain 3 that we made here, and we are going to join it at the top right here. And there you go. You are, just leave this here, because it's going to be very, very hard to try to move it up with each row, but at least we can, what do you call it? kind of judge where we're at when we get towards the handle of the top of the body, since we are crossing over so much. It'll be very hard to keep that exact stitch, but that's cool. We're just gonna wing it, right? Did you also notice how when you go around the edges, they're all going in the same direction, right? They're all kind of swooping to the left. Okay, so in our next section, we're going to be swooping to the right. And this is a little tricky too in some parts, but trust me, I know I keep saying trust me, you don't even know me, but really, trust me, the first couple of rows are going to be a pain. They're really going to push your buttons, but it does get easier, I promise. Okay, just stick with me, and if you need to, go ahead and take a break, grab yourself something to drink, go to the restroom, and we'll meet right back here, and we will start on row number 2. Okay, so I hope you guys are ready, because now we're going to be doing the swoop to the right. Woohoo! All right. Okay, and we are going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Now this time you've got we're going to skip 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're skipping this complete section that we did first last time. We're going to skip all 4 of those. You're going to come over here. If you can see, these 2 stitches that are underneath, we're going to bring those on top. So we're going to yarn over twice, and we're going to go under this first stitch here. See how there's 2 stitches here? These 2 underneath. We're going to go under this first one. We're going to pull it through, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. Now we're going to do the same thing with the second one that's underneath. We're going to yarn over twice, go underneath, pull through, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. Now, this is a little bit tricky part too, so pay attention. We're going to yarn over twice, then we're going to go behind the 2 stitches that we just did. And we're going to pick up this first stitch here. Can you see that? See how there's 2 stitches here? We're going to pick up this first one, but we're going to come from the back. So make sure you pull these 2 stitches over the front, and then you're going to pull through, and just take your time. Pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. Now we're going to go back and get that second stitch from behind. So we're going to yarn over twice. We're going to go through underneath, pick up this second stitch, pull it through the back, pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2. So now you see we're making the swoops to the right. Now we're going to go back over here. We're going to yarn over twice, skip 4, and we're going to pull these 2 from underneath. So now we got to make it go over. here we go. Yarn over twice, skip those 4, come to these 2. Pick it up, pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2. I'm going to pick up that second one from underneath. Here we go. Yarn over twice, go through, and then we're going to pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. Now we got to go back and pick up these 2, and we're going to pick those up from the back. So yarn over twice, go in from the back, pick up that first one, get up, pull through 2. Well, here we go with the dark pieces again. Pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2. So now we got to go back and get the second one from the back, which would be this stitch, right? But we're going to pull it through the back. So yarn over twice, put down, pull up that second stitch, pull it through, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. And then see how it's starting to make our little swoops here? And this time we are swooping to the right instead of the left. We're crisscrossing our pattern. Okay. So let me see. Now we're going to go around our corner and we're going to pick up these 2. So we're going to skip 4, pick up 2, then go back and do 1. Because actually, by the time when you do these 2, you've already done these 2, so you're really only skipping 2, if that makes sense. I don't mean to confuse you. But just know that you need to go to the next section where these 2 are behind. And those are the ones that you're picking up. So let's go around the corner. We're going to yarn over 2. We're going to come over here and we're going to pick these up from the front. We're going to pull through 2. Oops. Hold on, let me pick up my little yarn here. I love making mistakes because it shows people that, you know, we're all human. Nobody's perfect. So it's okay to make mistakes, because you can always go back and fix them. And you pull through 2 and pull through 2. You see? Here we go. Now let's go pick up the second one. Yarn over twice. I'm going to pick up the second one that's behind. Pull it up. And pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. Now we're going to go behind these 2 that we just did and pick up those other 2 from the back. I'm going to do this one more time after this, one more set after this one. So just kind of make sure you guys get it. So let's go in from the back, pick up that, make sure we got it. Got that first one here, and then bring these two in front. So pull in from the back here. Maybe had that one a little bit tight. And then pull through two. So yarn over twice again. We're going to go in. We're grabbing this second stitch now. I'm going to pull it up through the back. Pull through two. Pull through two. And pull through two. Okay. Oops. Something got a little tight there. That's okay. Oh, I see. I just pulled it. I split my yarn a little bit here. See, it's so easy to fix it. Just get her done. Okay, so we're going to do one. And this folds. It's going to end up folding. And so sometimes it's a little weird when you're first starting on the body, because you got to, once you get that fold going, we're just going to zip around in circles and it's going to be so much easier. So just stick with me, stick with me. Okay, let's do it again. Yarn over twice. Now we are going to go work on this second. We're going to skip this section, skip 4. I'm going to go pull these two from underneath. Okay, so make sure you yarn over twice. Pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. Now we're going to pick up this second one from underneath, yarn over twice, pick this one up, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. Now we're going to go back and pick these 2 stitches up from behind. So yarn over twice, pick up your first stitch, pull it up, bring it around, and then we're going to pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2. Now we're going to go get our second stitch from behind, yarn over twice, get your second stitch, pull it up, wrap it around, and then we're going to pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2. Easy as pie. Yeah, right. Anyway, it's a little fiddly. But I know I keep saying this, but I do promise you that the further up the body you go, the easier it gets. So go ahead and continue doing your second row, and I will meet you back here. Okay, so here we are at the back at the beginning, and we are just picking up these 2 stitches, because remember we skipped the first section but we went back and did these 2, so now we're picking up the first 2 in that little section there. And you can always tell because you have your chain 3 there. We're not picking up the chain 3, we're just picking up the first 2 stitches in that section. And then we'll go back and get these other 2 and we'll be done with row 2. Go. So now you just come over here, you can bend it and shape it. I'm going to come over here and you're going to join to this first stitch here. And there you go, you are done with row 2. And so see, now you have your swoops going to the right all the way around. And then basically that's all you do for the entire body. You do a row 1, then a row 2, row 1, row 2. So swoop left, then swoop right, then swoop left, then swoop right. Okay, before I let you get too far, I did want to reiterate that on row 1 is in the front and row 2 is in the back. So let me just go over this. I'm going to do row 1 and row 2 again for you and just show you what I'm talking about here. So we're going to chain 3. We're going to yarn over twice. Now we're going to skip this first section on row 3. We're going to come over here to where these 2 stitches are. I'm going to pick up that first stitch. Now we're doing from the front, remember? So pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. Now we're going to go grab our second stitch here, pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2. Now, remember I said odd numbers are in the front. So we're going to find these 2 here, and we're going to do them from the front. So yarn over twice. Pick up your first stitch here from the front, pull it through, pull through 2, pull through, pull through 2, and pull through 2. Now we're going to do our second stitch that's here. Yarn over twice, go through the front, stay in the front, and we're going to pull through 2, Let's redo that one. Yarn over twice, pull it through, pull through two, pull through two, and pull through two. So now you're ready to come back over here and grab these two and just do the same thing over again from the front. Okay, I'll meet you back here at the end and I'll start row 4. So even number rows are from the back. So I just showed you the odd. Now I'm going to show you the even. So I'll meet you back here and we'll take it from there. Okay, so here we are at the end of our third row, an odd row. So go ahead and finish up this last one. And you'll notice it's starting to turn into a boat almost. Like a little canoe going on here. And the sides are going to come up. They're going to even out. So let's go ahead. You see we have the chain 3 here. So we're going to go ahead and close off in this top loop here. Or join together, I'm sorry. Close off, join together, same thing, right? Okay. So now we are going to start our 4th row. We're going to start our 4th row, which is an even row, so we're going to work from the back. So I'll show you one set from the back, and then I'm going to go Netflix and yarn, and we're going to meet back up here after row 20. But let me go ahead and show you what I'm talking about. We're going to be working from the back on the even rows. So go ahead and chain 3. 1, 2, 3. We're going to yarn over twice. Now we're going to come back over here to this section. Now we're going to pull these up. We're working. See how on the odd number, see how it swooshes to the left. So we're going to take it from out from under the one that swooshed to the left. And now we're going to swoosh to the right. Even number, swoosh to the right. So, yarn over twice, and now you're doing your triple crochet. Pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. And we're going to pick up this second one here. This one right here. Okay, so let's yarn over twice. Pick that one up, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. Now, this is an even row. We're going to work from the back. So let's yarn over twice. And we're picking up these 2 stitches right here. These are the 2 we're working with. But we're going to have to come in from the back. And we're just going to pull those 2 that we just did over the front. Pull this up through the back. And we're going to pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2. Now we're going to go back in and get this second stitch here. You do it the same way from the back. Yarn over twice, go down, let's get our stitch, pull it up through the back, pull it through, pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2. And there you go. So now you're starting to, did I get that right? Yeah, okay. So you're going to see that instead of swishing to the left, like we are here in this last row, we're swishing to the left. See that? Now we're swishing to the right because we're doing an even row. Okay, I'm going to meet you back here when we're finishing up row 20 so we can see where we're at and where we're going to go from there. Okay, so we're getting towards the end here. Go ahead and do this last one. Finish off row 20. Okay, and here is the chain 3. So we will join it together here. Okay, and now we have 20 rows. Let's see if I can just pull out just a little bit. Okay, so there you go. This is 20 rows. Let's see how long it is, how tall it is. We are, actually let's go from the bottom. We're going to start right here because this is where, because you know it's going to flatten out. And we're right around 9 inches. Yeah, so a little tiny hair above 9 inches. So that looks good to me. So now what we are going to do is, let's go ahead and mark this. Well, we'll mark it in just a second. But let's go ahead and single crochet into the top of each, all the way around. And make sure you count as you go. You should have 112 stitches. So go ahead and make sure you mark after you make your first stitch. Let's go ahead and make our first stitch. So we'll go into this next one. And just do single crochet. And then we'll mark it. Mark that first stitch there. Well, if it'll cooperate and give me both loops, that would help tremendously. There we go. Go ahead and single crochet all the way around. Make sure you count as you go, especially the first time. Make sure you have 112 stitches. That is very, very important. Okay, so go ahead and do that and make 5 rows of single stitch crochet, and I will meet you back right here. Okay, so here we are coming up on the end of row 5 with our single crochet. Let's go ahead and finish off this row. And see, there's 1 stitch left before our stitch marker. So go ahead and do that stitch. And then remember how I told you that there was no point in moving this marker because it was just going to move around. Well, now you see because the marker ended up way over here, and so it's totally off. So what we're going to do is, I don't have a pattern for this. We're just kind of winging it as we go. So let's go ahead and just remove that stitch marker, and we're going to join the end of row 5 right here. So join that last stitch into the first stitch. And just pull it on through. Now, actually, let's see. We can actually go ahead and let's tie this off right here, and then we'll make the rest of the handle. So that row is even. And the reason that we're doing that is because, like I said, the stitch marker did move, so we've kind of lost our place here. Now, we had 48 stitches across and 8 on each side. So we're going to take 48, divide that in half, and that's how long we want our handle to be. So we are going to guesstimate until we get it proper. Okay, so just put a stitch marker in anywhere. I'm going to show you how to find the proper place. So maybe about there. Maybe, we'll see. And then you want to make sure the bag is flat, okay? Make sure it's flat. Then turn it over. And we're going to try to match up our stitch markers. But we're still going to have to count because we want it to be correct. But this is just how you would do it. If your stitch marker moved and you're not exactly back at stitch 1. Okay, so half of 48 is 24. So let's go ahead and count our stitches. I'm going to count this first one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So we were off quite a bit here. Let me need to take the stitch marker out. And we're going to have to be moving these around till we find the exact sweet spot, because we really want to get that sweet spot. So now we had, we're going to want 12 on each side, then 8 and 12. So let's see what that would be. We're going to want 12 left over from here, because remember we divided the 48 in half, gave us 24, so half of 24 is 12. So 12 plus the 8 on the end plus another 12 on the back side equals 32. So let's count around 32 stitches. I'll go ahead and take this one out so we can use it. And don't count the one that it's in because that's included in our 24, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. So we almost had it. We were off by 2 at that spot. Let's go ahead and see how well they don't match up yet. So how many is in between here? Let's move it over by 1 on this first side. Now we still want to keep 32. So we're going to move this one over by 1. Is that making sense so far? Oh, I'm not confusing anyone. There you go. And see, they match up. So perfect. So now we need to count 24 stitches. Let's just put that up there for now. There were 24 here. No, because I moved this one over. So I need to move this one over by 1. Remember? Because I just moved this one over, move this one over, so we're going to move this one over. So now there's 24 here. So now we're going to count and do 32 stitches along this edge, not including the one that this is in. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Need to move this one over just one spot. And there we go. So now, make sure that they all match up. Perfect. Okay, so you should have 24 stitches here, 32 stitches on the side, 24 stitches here, and 32 stitches on the side. Now let's add that up, make sure we have our 112. We had 24 plus 32 plus 24 plus 32 equals 112. So we have the correct amount of stitches. Now what we are going to do is we are going to go ahead and make our little loop here. Actually pull this out just because I want the string to be on the inside. So put your needle not in the one with the stitch marker, but right to the left, because this is included in the 24 stitches. So just to the left, and put that behind it. Make sure you pull it tight. Now we're going to treat that as one stitch because we're just attaching the thread. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to single stitch around. This is going to be our starting point. So let's go back to 0. So we're going to single stitch around. Pull this through both of these threads. Make sure your tail is behind on the inside of the bag. Okay, so you got it through. Let's go ahead and make a chain. Get it started off up here because we want to keep our same amount of make that first single crochet there. So then you just keep going and single stitch all the way across these 32. And I'll meet you. No, I'll just keep going. I was going to say I'll meet you back, but it's cool. We'll just keep going. So we'll just single crochet around to our next stitch marker. And we're going to be making the top part of our handle. I should have put my blue in there. Make sure that you have the where your starting point, make it noticeable. Okay, we're about to end our 32 stitches, our 32 single crochet. And 32. Okay, so remember, you do not want to stitch on the ones with the stitch markers. That is the 24. So we are going to now chain 24 stitches. We're doing chain, we're not doing single crochet, okay? So actually, one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 24. Okay, so now that you've got your 24 stitches, make sure that your chain is flat. We don't want it twisted. And bring it over here to where this stitch marker is. And then you're going to want to do a single crochet into the next stitch on the left side of the stitch marker. So we're going to go in right here and do our single crochet. There we go. And this is going to be our handle, but it's not going to be like that flimsy. We're going to fix that. You can actually, if you want to, now that you've got that on there, you go ahead and you can remove these stitch markers. Now we are going to single crochet around to our next marker. Let's go ahead and do that. And this is our setup row for our handle. And here we are at our last stitch before our marker. Go ahead and single crochet in there. And now we're going to do the same thing on this side that we did over here. We're going to chain 24 and then attach it right here where we first started. You should have a little tail here. So that's where you want to attach it at, is in that spot. So. 13. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. Once again, make sure that your chain is straight, and then go to the one directly to the left of the stitch marker and do another single crochet. There you go. You're done with your setup row. Now we are going to single crochet 5 more rows. And when you come to this part, you just crochet right into the top loop. Okay, the top loop. And do that for 5 rows, just all the way around. I'm gonna leave this space here, and I will meet you back at the end. Okay, we are coming up on the end of our 5th row, so let's go ahead and finish it off with our single crochet stitch. Get right over here and we'll join it together, tie it off, and all that good stuff. Actually, yeah. Then let's go from behind here so we can kind of hide our mess a little bit. Just pick up some yarn from back here. Just one piece. Just find a piece that we can get in under. Looks like it's gonna work. We just don't want our mess to show on the front of the bag. Ooh. There you go. Then you can just take your yarn needle here and weave your ends in the back. And the same thing from where we did our setup row. In there. There you go. Here is our beautiful tote bag in our Celtic Weave stitch. It is amazing. Okay. Let me just measure our finished product. Now I can tell you the exact measurements here. We have about 11.5 inches across and 12 inches from the handle to the bottom of the purse or tote bag. There you have it. Very nice, very roomy.
beautiful bag. It's very thick too, so it's going to be sturdy. And there you go. So let me know in the comments how you do, how you like the bag. Did you like this tutorial? All that good kind of stuff. Oh, I just wanted to say that that one huge skein did the entire bag, and you even have a little bit left over. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, oh, and click the little bell so you'll be notified when I upload new videos. Okay, I'll talk to you guys soon. Love you bunches.
To find out more about Mademoiselle Lynna or to book a reading, please visit us online at www.conjureknits.com. That is CONJUREKNITS.com.